What's up, Mr. Donut? Mr. Downs? Mr. Duncan Downs? D. Downs? Huh? All right. So there comes a point in every young chicken's life where if you have other chickens, if you have grown adult chickens, and you get new ones, there comes a point where those new ones have to be introduced. If the plan is to have them all together in one flock, and they're not going to be separated, eventually you got to introduce them. You do have to take precautions when you're doing that, because the older adult chickens, you know, there is a pecking order, and they will peck. It's called a pecking order for a reason, and so you do have to be mindful of that, and you have to make sure that when you're introducing the new ones to the adult chickens, that you do it in a way that's going to keep the young ones safe, allow the older ones to get used to it, and that way everybody's happy. They can all coexist. So we'll show you what we do. And if it's something you can try, if you got other suggestions, if you know ways other people do it however you want. At the end of the day, they're your chickens. Do what you want with your chickens. I'm just telling you what we do. It's been successful. It's not the only way. And some people may say you shouldn't do that, but it works for us, so I'm gonna keep doing it. However you keep your baby chicks, wherever you keep them, you probably don't keep them with your big chickens, your adults, so you gotta move them. And so I usually use we just have one of those storage totes. I throw them all in that, but currently the duckies are using that tote. And so it's pretty much my custom to not have what I need when I need it. And I work, anyone who watches me work, who's like really efficient at what they do, and they got their systems down, they would just be enraged by watching me work. I am enraged by watching me. I'm enraged by what I do, because I'm someone who wants to be super efficient. I really like efficiency. But I'm also impatient, so I start things too quickly without planning as I should, and without getting all of the materials I need. I just realized what we can use. Abram! Yeah. So we have just any container. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move the little chickens over to the big chickens, and I just need something to put them in to move them. My normal container is in use by the ducks, and so I was wondering what we could use, and I got the perfect thing. So that's what we're gonna go get right now. Okay, so we got our container that we're gonna put our baby chickens in. They're not really babies anymore. I mean, they're like, you know, they're babies, and like they'll always be your baby, you know, but they're not babies. They're kind of adolescent at this point. Juveniles, youths. So we're just gonna throw the little guys in here temporarily so we can carry them over, and then we'll show you how we kind of create the setup over with the big chickens. Well, we're putting them in here for right now. So if you can grab one and put it in there.
Oh, they got hairy legs.
Oh, that's right. We got one of those. I forgot the breed. What is it? I don't know. It's one of those one of those breeds where they grow fur
everywhere
on their feet, or feathers, I guess. And it's really cute. There's Pete. Here, I'll hold her. Or him. Could be a him, as far as we know.
She's the biggest one, so maybe.
Maybe get something that we can. Yeah. All right, Lucy, there's one right there next to you. Put it back in there. There you go.
And watch out.
Lucy, what did you want to name that chicken right there? The one you're holding?
Yeah, that's his Ella.
Ella.
I want to name him Pizza.
Pizza. Him or her will be named Pizza.
And I'm naming my pizza. I'm naming my black one Cookie. Okay.
Get him hard.
Oh, can I hold
Wow.
it?
That's sharp.
Listen. Let's listen. I'm trying to catch it for me. Dad, catch it.
Wait, can I carry
Oh
it?
my God, look at this.
Teeniest little.
No, I got it. Watch out. Walk that way. Go that way.
Ah,
That way. Go out. Watch out for the light. Watch out for the cables. Watch out. Watch out. Watch your feet. Watch your step. Here we go. I completely forgot about my intention on moving the chickens this morning. And so normally we would do that before they were out of their coop. It's still possible. It just makes it a little bit more difficult. So I need to do that first, and then we'll set up everything we need to get the to get the babies in place. All right, chickens are moved. Nice and happy. Got some new grass, new place to forage and eat bugs. We forgot to move their, can you get their food and water bowls? All right, so now we'll show you what we do to introduce the little ones to the big ones.
Hi, Benji boy. Benji.
Well,
Hi, Benji.
don't carry that one because it's going to turn into a butterfly alarm off. I think that one raised.
All right, so all I do is take some chicken wire. I got some of these metal stakes. I'm gonna create just a little makeshift pen. Really basic, nothing, it's obviously not permanent. And I'm doing it right in here. I'm doing it inside of where the other chickens are. And so doing it this way, it keeps them separated. The older chickens aren't gonna bother coming up and trying to jump over and get into the little ones. And the little ones they can't quite get over just yet anyway. And the thing that we've noticed is as they are old enough to do that and they start hopping out, like at that point they're accustomed to one another, and there's really not, we don't notice an issue by the time the little ones are willing to fly over and roam about. Then the big ones are already cool with them, so they just kind of coexist at that point. And then once we kind of see the little ones start showing interest in going into the pen, into the coop or up under the coop, then we take this stuff away, and then they're all one flock at that point. I'm making a little chicken pen for the little chickens.
I just put every single blue.
Okay, so now we have a makeshift pen, and the thing is, they're still, even the little birds are protected by the perimeter fence, which is electrified at night, so it keeps them safe. Currently, because in our area, we definitely have to watch out for hawks, but one thing that helps with hawks is simply moving them around, moving the chickens around, and because the hawks will target things, and the hawks notice patterns, they notice where the chickens go and feed, so they'll monitor an area for a few days and see the patterns, and then start to target. And so if you move them around, you move their food bowls around, try to keep them up under, you know, we don't always have them up under trees, but that helps. And so the fact that we just moved them, they're up under cover here, I'm not too concerned about the hawks. We haven't really had a hawk problem. I'm just saying we don't have a hawk problem, and then I saw a hawk out in that field. But that's it. Simple pen inside of a pen. And I took because I don't really need that bucket necessarily, I just cut a little door in that, so that gives them something to get up under. I put a couple sticks down and put another stick across those two sticks to make like a little roost inside, so they can get up in there and, you know, roost on something and feel comfortable. And they got food to eat, they got stuff to scratch around in, and they got the old birds are able to see them, they're able to see the older birds and get used to one another. And that's how we do it. So they'll be like this for, I don't know, they'll remain in here until I start to see the older ones. It'll probably be a week or two, and we'll probably notice that the older, because this is 2 different batches. There's 6 in here that are a little bit older than the other 6 by a couple weeks. And so once I start seeing those older birds wanting to like fly up over this and walk out around here, then that's kind of like the sign for me that they're all kind of acclimated to one another and things are good to go. And then we'll take this out, and then they'll just live in the coop, and, you know, they'll all live together. So that's how we do it. If you want to do what we do, fine. If you don't, I don't care. They're your chickens. Do what you want.